Imagine living in a city where some of the most dangerous men don't need to threaten anyone anymore, because their reputation already does it for them. For more than 50 years, one outlaw motorcycle club has remained deeply embedded inside Western Australia's underworld, the Coffin Cheaters, a biker gang that survived police crackdowns, survived rival wars, survived anti-gang legislation, and evolved into something far more sophisticated than the public image most people see. Because modern organized crime doesn't always look violent anymore. Sometimes it looks corporate, quiet, structured, a network hidden behind legitimate businesses, coded loyalty, and decades of fear. Authorities have linked members and associates to drug trafficking investigations, extortion allegations, illegal firearms, violent enforcement, and underground money networks stretching far beyond Perth. And despite years of surveillance, raids, and anti-bikie laws, the Brotherhood never disappeared, it adapted. Tonight we're diving inside the rise of the Coffin Cheaters, the club that became one of the most feared underworld organizations in Western Australia. Before we begin, if you enjoy real crime documentaries and deep dives into the criminal underworld, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. Perth 1970. Long before encrypted phones, transnational syndicates, or organized crime task forces, the Coffin Cheaters began as a small outlaw motorcycle club built around rebellion, loyalty, and biker culture. At the time, Australia's outlaw biker scene was still developing. American motorcycle club culture had already started influencing biker groups worldwide, and Australia quickly built its own version of the outlaw lifestyle: leather vests, Harleys, violence, territory, and an identity built around living outside the rules followed by ordinary society. The so-called 1%er philosophy. But the Coffin Cheaters quickly became more than just another group of bikers. According to former detectives and organized crime investigators, the club developed a reputation for discipline, structure, and control. And in the underworld, those qualities matter. Because chaotic gangs rarely survive long, structured organizations do. Over time, the Coffin Cheaters expanded across Western Australia, establishing influence throughout Perth and surrounding regions. Police investigations repeatedly connected members and associates to organized criminal activity involving violence, firearms offenses, drug trafficking, and extortion. Not every allegation resulted in convictions, but the reputation kept growing. And reputation is one of the most valuable currencies in organized crime. To outsiders, outlaw motorcycle gangs often appear chaotic, but internally, they operate under strict systems. Loyalty is everything. Disrespect has consequences, and silence is expected. Former members and law enforcement sources have described outlaw biker clubs as tightly controlled brotherhoods, built around hierarchy and discipline. Prospects spend years earning trust. Rules are enforced internally, and loyalty to the club often comes before family, careers, or even personal freedom. Because once someone fully commits to the Brotherhood, walking away is rarely simple. That culture helped the Coffin Cheaters survive for decades, while other gangs collapsed under betrayal and internal conflict. The club wasn't just built around motorcycles, it was built around identity, and identity is difficult to destroy, especially when fear protects it. Western Australia created the perfect environment for organized biker influence. Mining money, isolation, cash, heavy industries, nightlife, security work, construction. According to organized crime investigators, biker gangs gradually expanded beyond traditional street crime and moved into broader underground economies: debt collection, protection, drug distribution, money laundering, illegal tobacco, firearms trafficking. And as those underground markets became more profitable, territory became increasingly important, because control means money, and money creates power. Over time, the Coffin Cheaters established themselves as one of the dominant outlaw motorcycle gangs operating in Western Australia. Their influence reportedly stretched across nightclub security networks, local businesses, and criminal associates connected to Perth's underworld. And according to multiple organized crime investigations, their reputation alone often discouraged opposition, because in criminal environments, violence doesn't always need to happen publicly. Sometimes the possibility is enough. As biker influence expanded across Australia, Governments responded aggressively. Western Australia introduced some of the toughest anti-bikie laws in the country: anti-consorting laws, gang insignia bans, surveillance operations, asset confiscation powers. Police gained authority to break up gatherings, monitor suspected associates, and target organized crime networks financially instead of just physically. The old outlaw image became dangerous. Wearing club colors in public could now attract police attention instantly. Clubhouses faced constant monitoring. Members risked prison for violating anti-association laws. But authorities quickly realized something important. The Brotherhood wasn't disappearing. It was evolving, because modern organized crime adapts faster than legislation. According to investigators, many outlaw networks gradually shifted toward quieter operations, less public visibility, more legitimate businesses, more indirect involvement, more insulation between leadership figures and criminal activity. And that transformation made investigations significantly harder. Because proving criminal conspiracy inside tightly connected groups is extremely difficult, especially when loyalty and fear prevent cooperation. The modern underworld no longer relies purely on violence. Today, organized crime often operates through logistics, finance, supply chains, and legitimate industries. And authorities believe outlaw motorcycle gangs adapted to that reality years ago. Recent investigations across Australia have linked criminal syndicates to large-scale illegal tobacco operations, money laundering networks, encrypted communication systems, and corporate-style structures designed to hide ownership. Police allege outlaw gangs increasingly use nominee directors, shell companies, and clean associates to separate leadership from criminal activity. On paper, everything can appear legitimate. That's what makes modern organized crime so dangerous. It doesn't always look criminal anymore. Sometimes it looks like business. And according to law enforcement sources, the Coffin Cheaters became increasingly associated with this quieter, more calculated underworld model. Less street-level chaos, more structure, more money, more insulation. Because in 2026, surviving as an outlaw organization requires something far more valuable than muscle adaptation. Most Australian biker gangs stayed local. The Coffin Cheaters thought bigger. In 2004, the club expanded internationally by establishing a chapter in Norway. At the time, many observers underestimated how significant that move would eventually become. But investigators now believe international expansion changed the club permanently. Because global connections create protection, resources, partnerships, and escape routes. Law enforcement agencies across Europe have repeatedly warned about the growth of outlaw motorcycle gangs operating through transnational criminal networks, drug trafficking, financial crimes, weapons movement, violent enforcement. According to intelligence reports, Norwegian biker environments became deeply connected to broader European organized crime ecosystems. And within those environments, loyalty still mattered. A patched member from Perth wasn't treated as an outsider in Norway. He was Brotherhood. That international structure created something many local gangs never achieved: longevity. Because when pressure increases in one country, networks simply adapt somewhere else. For years, the Coffin Cheaters Clubhouse in Bassendean became one of the most recognizable symbols of biker power in Western Australia. The compound looked intimidating by design: fortified walls, heavy gates, restricted access. According to authorities, outlaw motorcycle gang clubhouses were often built to project strength, discourage rivals, and complicate police operations. But over time, anti-fortification laws forced major changes. Walls came down, security structures were removed, police pressure intensified. Symbolically, it represented something larger happening across Australia's outlaw scene. The old biker fortress model was fading. Public visibility had become a liability, and surviving required evolution, not spectacle. Because modern organized crime prefers something far safer than attention: anonymity. By 2026, the underworld has changed completely. Every phone creates data. Every financial transaction leaves traces. Every movement risks surveillance. Law enforcement agencies now target organized crime financially, digitally, and internationally. And yet, the Brotherhood continues surviving. Why? Because the Coffin Cheaters understand something many criminal groups never learn. Power isn't about staying the same, It's about adapting before the system catches up. According to investigators, modern outlaw networks are becoming smaller, quieter, and more decentralized. Less visible hierarchy, fewer obvious leaders, more clean associates, more corporate structures, more distance between criminal activity and the people benefiting from it. The loud outlaw image still exists publicly, but behind that image, the real power increasingly operates in silence. For more than 50 years, the Coffin Cheaters have remained one of the most feared names in Western Australia's underworld. To supporters, they represent loyalty, brotherhood, and outlaw identity. To police, they represent organized criminal influence capable of violence, intimidation, and sophisticated financial operations. But what makes the Brotherhood so fascinating isn't just the crimes, it's the survival. Because generations of organized crime groups have disappeared under pressure, the Coffin Cheaters didn't. They adapted. From motorcycles to money networks, from clubhouses to corporate fronts, from Perth streets to international chapters, the Brotherhood evolved with the modern underworld itself. And in a world where surveillance watches almost everything, they're still finding ways to survive. If you found this documentary interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next true crime investigation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next case.